Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, this is our third video in our Core Java series. Today, we are going to talk about variables and data types in Java. Once you understand this, writing code will feel much easier. In this video, we are going to talk about variables, data types, how to declare, initialize and utilize the variable, then types of variable, which is global and local, types of data types, that is primitive and non-primitive, and we will understand better on Eclipse by writing a simple code, and then we'll write a program to print default values of data types. What is a variable? A variable is a named memory location that can hold data, and the data can change any number of times during its execution. Okay, so let's consider this is a memory and we have allocated some value to this particular address. Now while writing the code, we cannot be referring to this address all the time. There is not any problem, but it is not a very convenient way to use address. Hence, we give this address some name, say A. Now, this value 10 is in this particular address, also called as A. And hence we say that a variable is a named memory location that can hold the data, and the data can change n number of times during its execution. So you're writing currently the value is 10. Later on you can just give the value to be 20 or 100. So unless and until it is final, you can give or you can change the data in this particular variable any number of times. Now, what is a data type? Data type signifies the type of data variable can hold. If you see here, A is holding a integer 10. So the data type of this value is int. Let's talk about initialization and declaration, initialization and utilization of this variable. How do we declare it? Int A. This is how we declare the variable. When we add a value to this, it is called as initialization. And when we use this variable, say A plus 10, this is called as utilization. Okay, so we have two types of variables, global variable and local variable. These variables are declared inside the class outside a method or a block, and these global variables can be accessed in the entire class, whereas local variables are declared inside a method or a block, and it is only accessed, or we are only able to access it in that particular method or block and not in the entire class. In global variables, declaration and initialization should be done in the same time, and in local variable it can be done during the same or different lines. So this is in the same line, and these are declaration and initializations in the different line. And global variable, if utilized without initialization, it will take the default value. And for local variable, before utilizing, the local variable should be initialized. If we do not initialize the variable and use it directly for a local variable, it will give us an error. So this will be an error if this is not done. And in case of global variables, it will print the default value. We'll come back to these in the later stage. once we understand the types of data types. So data types, as we have understood, that it signifies the type of data a variable can hold, and there are two types: primitive data type and non-primitive data type. Primitive data type is used to store a single digit, whereas non-primitive data type is used to store multiple or a group or collection of data like sentence, numbers, or objects. We know that sentence, it is collection of characters, numbers is the collection of all the numbers, digits, and we will get to this, that why object is called as non-primitive data type. So starting with the primitive one, we have 8 data types: byte, short, int, long, float, double, char, and boolean. So these are the default values. For byte, short, int, long, the default value is 0. Float and double, it's 0.0. Char is null character and boolean is false. This is the memory size and this is the range of the data types. To understand this in a better way, let's consider that we have some boxes, say a box of toy or a box of clothes or a coloring box. So in the toy box, we will fill all the toys. So this toy represents the data type. The clothes represents the data type of what actual data needs to be stored in that box. Or the coloring box is the data type, and the colors that we are going to put inside it are the variables. So let's see about this non-primitive data type, which has the collection of data like string or array or a class. Okay, array can store multiple integers, and so it is the collection of different numbers, and so it is non-primitive data type. Let's see that why classes and objects are non-primitive data type. Here we have created a class car that has a string A, Rolls Royce. Here the string is a predefined inbuilt class in Java because it holds multiple characters. Then we have taken one main method and we have created the object of the car. Okay, so object is created by this new keyword, new, and the class name. So new car, the object is created, and we are storing that in a variable, say v. Now we need to add the data type of this variable. Can this object that we have created, can we hold it in integer? Can we hold it in int, float, double, char, long, or short, or byte? No. This object that we have created, we need to hold it in this particular, like car object can be held by a car class. So this is the data type is car, which is user defined data type. So this car of class car is a user defined non-primitive data type, and hence the class and object are non-primitive. Class is again a collection of data, and collection means non-primitive, and so is the object. Let's understand variable and data type by a simple program. I'm creating a new class and I'm also adding the main method and clicking on finish. I'm adding a variable int roll number is equal to say 30. So this is a global variable because I have declared it inside a class. I'm adding one method void marks, and I'm going to add some variables in this. Double marks obtained is equal to So double holds decimal value, and here int holds integer. Okay. Let me add some more variables. Char grade is equal to a. Char holds single character. And I am adding boolean pass status. So boolean returns true or false value, because all these are initialized and declared inside a block. They are local variables. Now inside a main method, I'm also going to create one variable, string name, say Priyanka. Okay. And now I'm going to print the roll number. So roll number, int roll number, it is a global variable. Okay, I need to add the static keyword. Yeah. So because roll number is a global variable, we are able to access it inside the main method. Similarly, name was initialized and declared in the main method, and we are able to access it. Let's try accessing the variables inside marks method. If you see, I'm trying to access marks and obtained, but I'm not able to, because they are local variables and they cannot be accessed outside the block. We are also not able to access grade. Okay, so the question is, how do we access them? Okay, to access the variables inside the block or the local variables, we do it by creating an object. So we're going to create an object here. Before that, I will add some print statements in the marks so that we would be able to understand. Okay, so pass status. Okay, now that I have added the print statements, let me create the object, because from that object we are going to access these variables, or we are going to access the method marks. So it is created with the new keyword, new variable underscore demo, which is a class name. I'm storing it inside a variable D whose data type is variable underscore demo. So in this way the object is created. D dot marks, yes. And now let me hit the run button. Now if you see that, let's act as a JVM. So JVM is first going to print the roll number, which is 30, then the name, that is Priyanka, and then object is going to get created, and then it is pointing the marks, where first it will print the marks obtained, then grade, and then the pass status. So this was a simple program where we understood about different data types and the variables. Now let's understand, or let's go to the point where we said that if a variable is utilized without getting initialized, the default values are printed for global variable. Okay, so now let's create a class, say default values, and I'm adding a void method and clicking on finish. Now I'm going to add a global variable, so static int I. I have declared the variable, but I have not initialized it. Let me just write here, declared and not initialized. I'm going to utilize this variable now so that we print the default values. and I'm just going to print I. This is called as utilization of the declared but not initialized variable. Let me run this. You can see the default value as 0. It prints the default value of int data type. Let me change this data type to say double and hit the run button. It's 0.0 or char. Char will show the null character. Let's try boolean. As we have seen boolean, it should be false. So in this way, we can print the default values of global variables that are not initialized. If you like this video, then please like, share and subscribe. And don't forget to ring the bell icon. Thank you.